living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting. I'm gonzo, headed where the homie live, cause it's on, yo. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo, so my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, he living solo. Vertebrae, got this broken to his place. It's chilling in space, yeah. From then I say it's evidence. You entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. All my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up, then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Elliott. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I think we have to give all the credit to the defense there. Very disciplined in their approach. Never allowed a cutback lane, which was exactly what he was looking for. They end up forcing him out of bounds for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing, Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Barkley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Prescott. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Prescott off play action. Past the 20. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tay Crowder, and the Giants are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The Giants at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw here.
They'll get this complete.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. could almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll look to throw. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown, Giants! Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick, and that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go to Elliott again. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw.
He's got Bellinger.
A big play there for the Giants. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break
and then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 17, Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
This is caught inside the 15.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Come on, come on. Hey.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Hold it ready.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short gain.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and it had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead, should they so choose. Barkley hit, and the ball cuts free.
And the Cowboys have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner? You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning it in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we are at Huddy with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Gano's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a 1st down.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
19 tight.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Otss Ojulari getting in there to bring him down.
It's awfully tough for a rookie to lead his team in sacks, but Otss Ojulari did it as a second-rounder for the New York Giants last season. He had 8 of them and played a lot like the first-rounder many analysts thought he would have been.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review. So they had it right. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A 20th carry here for Elliott. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
They'll run it with Elliott. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now this throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. A little juke, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Micah Parsons was drafted as an off-the-ball linebacker, but the Cowboys discovered he might be pretty good at this pass rusher thing as well. 13 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and unanimously won the Rookie of the Year on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Jones.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 34.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. For graduate of the Naval Academy back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Okay, ready?
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. That's Gallup on the slant. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Cowboys 23, Giants 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Here's Jones.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 71 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flag to catch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
46.
Now Prescott. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Prescott. Finding Schultz. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now Dak.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw again.
Outright, he finds Tolbert.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
From the 6.
Now here's the option play going left. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Dallas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound you can't copy. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Gang time in it. I don't follow trends.